Good. Now loaded. Yeah? Haina haja usaidiwe. I've been given the loan. What is it? Thank you. Okay. Yes, back to our topic. Just loaded. Now I'm taking the container for scanning. But as usual, I always engage my audiences through short messages. So we were talking about, or I was discussing about the human factors in traffic. And just to remind those who are joining me for the first time, I told you that human error is contributing to 90% of all the accidents that happen. We classified the causes of accidents into three. We have an environment, and then we have the vehicle itself, if it breaks down, for example, brakes failure, and then we have the human factors. So human error contributes to 90% of all the accidents that happen. By 90% I mean out of 100 accidents, 90 are caused by human error. That means they were avoidable. Or of 10 accidents, we have unajua hapo haiwezi piduka. Kwa hiyo ni short.
Jamaa juu wanakula vitu. Sasa ananipasili kuangalia container amenipa bosi. Wajua nimeangalia container bwana.
Kwa waskana ni sio hiyo.
Ungeanza kuhangaika. Tena namba moja huko. Haya, huyu naye akipangiliwa pewe hii naenda.
Naye sasa.
Yampata hapo.
Ashuka hapo.
Unapiga kona pale. Ndio nikashuka huko. Hii weather si ya kazi. Shewa juzi nasikia vibaya. Ngoja nishuke pale ni cross. Sikuwa time pale. Balishiwi gari ni hiyo hiyo uzungushu kama wale wengine.
Zungushu hii imekuwa private car hii. Bye. Okay, thank you. Back to the video. A colleague of mine had taken a lift here. So human factors or human errors in short cause 90% or 90% of the accidents that happen. And as a driver, and an elderly driver, so to say, and I've been driving for the last 26 years. I've seen it fit to keep on discussing, especially with the young drivers, to remind them that it's our duty as drivers to make sure that we enhance our safety and the safety of the other users while we are driving. So I mentioned about things like distraction, avoiding distraction, avoiding using the mobile phone when you are driving, avoiding adjusting radio, avoiding talking with others while you are driving, anything that can distract you. That one we have already mentioned in another video. I also mentioned about things that can inhibit our perception and our reaction time. Something that can slow our reaction time. That one I discussed in another video. Things like alcohol, things like usage of substances and also some medication. When you are under medication, especially medicine that cause drowsiness, we ought to avoid that. Now today I want to discuss about other factors. We have other factors that lead to human error, therefore causing accidents or leading to accidents. Things like peer pressure. Peer pressure has been discovered to be one of the causes of accidents, whereby because you have seen others, for example, speeding, you are also influenced. Therefore, it becomes like a habit of racing on the road. Because your friends are racing, all are speeding, then you speed like them. Or where people, especially the young, the starters, they develop a habit of like there is some competition. There is some competition on the road. So that one, peer pressure, where you are behaving like your friends. You want to drive like you saw somebody else driving. You want to kind of show your skills to others. That one has been discovered to be another cause of accidents. Now another factor is what we call, first of all, remember that I'm driving. Let's maybe first of all the machine I shall over here. Yes. We have some cultural behaviors whereby I'll give an example with a culture that we have in our country. We have some vehicles that we call Mera pickups. They are always speeding, like it has become a culture of speeding. Even when they are not in a hurry, they are always speeding. And that one is normalization. We call it normalization of risks, whereby it has become normal, like to overspeed. It has become normal. You meet those trucks on the road, you realize they are always overspeeding. It has become normal. That normalization of risks is another big cause of accidents. And then we have other factors. I had mentioned about the physical state of the driver. The physical state of the driver determines whether that person will be safe, will drive safely, or will cause an accident. For example, when you are in a let's say you are very tired, you are in a state of fatigue, or you are sleepy, or you are under intoxication of alcohol. That state of your mind at that moment, like now as I'm driving, if I'm under influence or I'm tired, I'm basically tired, my perception is greatly affected. So those, amongst other factors, are things that we need to check. And then we have others that we call age-related factors. It has been discovered that young drivers and also starters, their risk perception is a little bit low. They have not seen a lot. They have not been on the road for long enough to know how to avoid, how to keep lanes. So that age factor is another thing that is leading to causes of accidents. So basically what I'm advocating for is what? Let us avoid these human errors. Human error is something that is avoidable. Let us drive when we are in the right state of mind. Let us not drive when we are, if you know that last night you didn't sleep well, if you know that you had sherehe last night and you are sleepy and still there is traces of intoxication, it's only good or advisable that you either sleep or you ask a colleague to drive you. You know, I remember that there's a time I had a Nissan Matatu, and I could tell my driver, whenever you take 1 or 2 in the evening, or whenever you feel that you pass somewhere, I will not mind driving that car, that Nissan Matatu, driving you to your place. So it was my rule that whenever you have taken alcohol, don't drive. Just call me, I'll come and drive. Why? because I was very keen, I knew that I have always, on all my years, I've always known that whenever you are under the influence of alcohol, physically, your state is not life. So what am I advocating for in this video? I'm trying to say that on the night accidents that occur out of human error, we can avoid them. Let us be safe and let us love one another. I've seen people, just because they are driving, let's say, a truck like this one. I'm a citizen across a truck, a trailer truck. And some people, just because you are higher than the cars, you try to drive carelessly. Just because you know that even if there is a head-on collision, you will be safe. But that one is not a good attitude. The best attitude on the road is an attitude of love, where you love the others, you take care of the others. Like that one was a very sharp corner. So it's good to laugh, it's good to apply love, it's good to be considerate of the other road users. It's good to take care of other road users. I mentioned in another video that there is one of my a truck that I had bought, and it was in an accident while it was just being its own, so I even didn't enjoy being a truck owner for many days. But I really suffered, although I didn't suffer injuries, the driver didn't suffer injuries, but financially I suffered. Actually, I've not even recovered from that loss. And the reason is because the vehicle was written off, so I lost. For example, the insurance was 250,000, so that is money that I lost. Before the truck could be compensated, the interest on the loan, that is money that I lost. And therefore, that is why mostly I advocate, even if you are not affected, even if the accident is not affected, or you know that some people overtake carelessly, and then they end up causing other road users to fear off the road, and they continue driving. But the vehicle that you left here that had feared off the road, maybe it fell, maybe the driver was injured, and you are okay, continuing with your journey, but you have left to others because left them again. So what am I advocating for? Let us love one another. Let us be cheerful. Let us carry others in our hearts. Let us know that our conduct can greatly affect others negatively. I know there are many children who are fatherless today, not because their father was a bad driver, but because their father was involved in an accident and he died. A death that he wouldn't want to have died. It was caused by an error, caused by another driver. So let us be very clear. Whenever you feel that you are not in the right state of mind, don't drive. Whenever you feel like you are sick, you are taking medication, give yourself a love, don't drive. Whenever you are supposed to take 1 or 2 for the road, don't take those 1 and 2 and drive. Because as I discussed in another video, they always impair your brain. They impair your brain. They may cause you not to react as you're supposed to react. So those are factors or things that we need to be very much considerate about. So in summary, if I can summarize all that I have said in this video and other videos, let us know that human errors cause 90% of all the accidents. That means most of the road accidents are human errors include distractions, they include poor vision, they include brain impairments, or let me just say intoxication, driving under the influence of drugs. They include peer pressure, they include age-related factors. I have briefly explained that, and they also include what I call casual behaviors, whereby, for example, speeding is is normalized. Normalization of risks. So those are things that we all need to be very keen about. Otherwise, bye-bye. We follow that. This is on our notes. Enjoy your safety and the safety